been trying to find love, but I keep on falling every time. I've been trying to find love, but I keep on falling every time. Righteous man fall on 32 times, I'ma get back up every time. Yeah, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love. I'm in an AMG, left truck, no SRT. Bubble still by my side, Angel Marco finna slide. I know we gon' be alright. I'm not carrying on now, but I'm finna spray back. Praying now, we're back in the day, I'll chase rags. Chase rags. Chase rags.
Back in the day, I would chase rags. Now I got my selling, you can't get it back. I'm gonna steal it up. I'm gonna steal it up, but no cap. I would appreciate it, but it's scared. God save me, you can't change that. Hit out a K like Tyson. I feel like Fago take demon off, man. I feel like Fago.
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African Boxing. Please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the like and of course the survey right now. Like, it's been ages, bro. The last time I really got on here was, man, I think a long time ago. People have been writing me, messaging me, bro. Raymond, BBC, where have you been? Damn, I've been trying to get some things in order, and it's been that's been taking my time too much. But I will get back, step by step. Now I've missed so many things. Let's get around here. Ty Jagbe, I think let me get him back.
Yeah, from now till
back in now. Kenechukwu, what's up, bro? How you doing?
I did, man. Waiting to happen now.
Man, you don't taste more. I don't sorry, don't taste now.
We don't finish waiting that they fear now. We don't do them now. Life goes on.
We're talking about other things, but somehow, Ty Jagbe got in touch. However, 6 days ago via Facebook, and it's funny, I didn't get any notification. Like, it's kind of weird. I'm like, why didn't you just get to me via WhatsApp? Well, it's more easy, it's much easier and stuff like that. But yeah, he said he got to me, but it didn't go through. I'm like, damn, man.
Got wind about what?
He said
he got wind about what? I didn't hear the first part.
He said he got to me via Facebook.
Okay.
So I told him I saw the message like 6 days after. Basically, I didn't get notification of it. So it's been a long time, bro. Big ups to Sule. Tell me talk where Godfrey where they was. It has been a while. We have heard from you. Yeah, bro. It's been a while. Long time, I tell you right now. And we are gonna get back to this boxing stuff because I do miss boxing so much. It's just that the time. And some things I'm that I'm currently arranging, it's taking my time too much. Playing in the evening, usually you're in the evening, stuff like that. But we'll get it. We'll get back. We're getting back step by step. I do miss boxing, reporting about the messages I've been getting is crazy, man. I think people wish to hear from me and stuff like that. Anyways, let me not waste your time. Ty Jagbe, what's up? Are you with us, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here, man.
Yeah, how you doing, bro? Been a while, right?
Yeah. Long time, man.
So, Joshua, according to the recent video I saw in recent news, Joshua is contemplating of retirement, if he does not get past Jamal Franklin. What is going on right here? Because there are so many stories that I wanted to report about, but the time wasn't there. I saw I still read boxing stories, I still read boxing news, but I just don't I cannot really react to because I'm not with my laptop and stuff like that. I'm out. That's the reason why. I do read some stuff. I'm like, damn, I wish I could talk about this now, but damn, I'm not around. Anyways, yeah. So what is going on right here with Anthony Joshua?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live for sure.
Yeah. It's not much to think about. If you think about it, I would want to think maybe Anthony Joshua is kind of
stuff like that.
trolling some of his haters, based on people all quit this and that. He might be trolling, and at the same time, he set a goal for himself. AJ has fought tough fights. He's fought some really tough fighters. So, value. Who is a guy like
Hold on, can you mute, bro? Can you mute on your side, on your head? Okay, good. Yeah, continue, bro.
Who's a guy like Jermaine Franklin to try and beat him? And he set a goal for himself.
Did you watch the Jermaine Franklin? Did you watch fight?
I only watched a little bit of it.
Well, I recorded that fight and I did watch it. Like, bro, I tell you right now, Jermaine Franklin is very talented. Whether he beats Joshua, that's another. Listen, I think if Joshua loses fight, like he lost to himself, it means his mind is like. I also noticed something, like I'm not saying that Joshua's star power is diminishing, but something is not right. He knows that, like how people used to be enthusiastic and stuff like that when Joshua fights is no longer there. The fear, that Joshua had before going for him is no longer there, but it's something he can get back. It's just got to make sure you stick to the plan. And his new trainer is Derek James, right? The trainer of Errol Spence Jr., if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Errol Spence and Frank Martin. The guy has a decent stable, and he's really has really turned a lot of these fighters. So I think he's a good pick for Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows the way Anthony Joshua wants to fight, So I think AJ might just he's gonna stay in the pocket, be a bit more, use his size. I would say use his size. I don't want to say stay in the pocket. I would say use his size because AJ's a big, and. From what I've seen, Jamel Charlo, Frank Martin, Errol Spence, those guys, they use their size, and that's how they fight. So Derek James might just be a good fighter for AJ, learning to use his size. And I personally think that it's just AJ, just like I said, setting a goal for himself. That whole situation where people think, oh, another Andrew. No, another Andrew is not going to happen, man. AJ has physically grown. I personally think he's grown from the Usyk fight. Prior to the Usyk fight, he's grown. He had a meltdown because that Usyk fight because he worked hard for it. That it shows you the guy is human, right? You can't fault him for showing his emotions because he worked hard for that fight. And he let himself down, Of course, he's gonna show it, So for people, another Andrew is not gonna happen, man. Yeah, Jermaine Franklin, yeah, you're talented, but White is White. White has been on a slippery slope for a long time now, and he hasn't looked impressive. And I think AJ demolishes from Jermaine Franklin. No offense to Jermaine Franklin, but I think AJ has grown tremendously as a fighter. I've always said it. Since that Usyk loss, man, he came close to beating Usyk. The only man I would say to come in close to beating Usyk, and Usyk is very talented. I underestimated Usyk the first fight. The second fight, I went in there. Even though he lost, I think AJ did a tremendous job, and he's not getting enough credit for that Usyk fight. But I think he's levels above a lot of these fighters when it comes to physical wise, and I keep hearing it from other fighters, even trainers, that AJ is very athletic, and I didn't believe it at first, but I think AJ is gonna set a good example on this coming weekend, and it's not just because I'm not expected to see a lot because he's just started working with Derek James, but I am expected to see something good of AJ.
Yeah, man, things are looking very interesting right now. And what do you make of the fact that Joshua used to sell out 70K capacity stadium or arena easy, but right now it's not looking like that. What was the reason why is Joshua star power diminishing? In your opinion?
Well, we can't say it's diminishing, right? We gotta be fair and say, well, all the things that are going on, you know, for instance, you know, the recession and everything that's going on, you know, you have to put it all into play. Tyson Fury, you know, put it into play. Yeah, a lot of Anthony Joshua's fans, they turned their back on him, you know, since he lost to Usyk, because one, they really believed in Anthony Joshua. They wanted the Tyson Fury fight, you know. They didn't like Usyk moving up from cruiserweight to to heavyweight and throwing a stick between the Tyson Fury the fight, you know, or AJ just continue his reign of fights, you know, throughout the division, the heavyweight division. But Usyk came in and demolished that, and people thought AJ was gonna go in there and just, you know, beat Usyk. Like I said, me being one of them. You know, I'm not even gonna deny that. This is me being one of them. You know, I really thought so. And when AJ lost, I was extremely disappointed. That's just being a fan. You know, and people or somebody always said it the best, man. You don't want to become a fan of these guys and you become disappointed and it changes. And that's what a lot of these guys did, because they became a fan of AJ. They dedicated, you know, they watched him grow up. You know, they would talk, people would talk crap about him and they would defend him. You know, he ended up losing twice back to back with Usyk, you know, and it broke their heart, you would say, you know. And from there, you know, they just didn't care, you know. You know, they care, but they still do. But it's like, AJ's got to show us something to win us back. That's why AJ said he lost. He's you know, he let a lot of his people down because he knows he did. He knows deep down he did. You know, when it comes to when his fights, he let a lot of people down with the Usyk fight. That's why a lot of his fans, you know, are just gone silent. But the fans don't see the appreciation, the hard work he's put in. You know, and they don't see how hard work he did to even come close to beating Usyk. Like I said, he came the closest to beating Usyk, and people don't see that, and they just want to see the other side of it, him losing to Usyk and just basically not defending him anymore. You know, and that's the whole situation. So AJ's fans are hardcore fans, and at the end of the day, they don't want bringing him in the money. You know, since AJ lost, everything's been silent. You know, or even his haters buy his fights sometimes. You know, but everything's been silent, and you know, it hasn't been like a good thing. You know, it's been more of like
is it that Joshua was holding the heavyweight division down? Like he was holding it down?
I don't think he was holding. Yeah, I don't think he was holding the heavyweight division down. He was.
I mean, and down in the sense that he was the one that made it. Like, you know, we said he revitalized the division before. You know.
Yeah, of course, man. Come on.
So somehow, since is it that because those other guys are not fighting each other? Like, look at, for example, the Usyk Fury case. You know, like what is going on right there? Like Fury gave Usyk a slave deal, and yet Usyk accepted it, right? And then he wanted to like pull out again, like he kept demanding more and more and more and more. It's just a little bit weird with this, you know. I think Fury, people are beginning to see him for who he really is, though, in a way. Or what do you think?
You know, I have seen Fury for what he is, and AJ was the one that's been carrying the division. You know, regardless of what you say, AJ has been, you know, on top of his performance. You know, trying to fight the best. You know, even with his back-to-back losses, even with his loss to Andrew Ruiz, he still performed and grew. People don't see that part growing. You know. And still, you know, fight mandatories and just not picking sparring partners after sparring partners like Tyson Fury has done. You know, the guy has just, I feel like he's picking sparring partners because he's well accustomed to that shit. You know, that as of today, since he's came back, he's only fought Deontay Wilder, man. I'm gonna say that again. Since Tyson Fury has come back, he's only fought Deontay Wilder, somebody who's only meaningful. Don't say White, because White has been a slippery slope, and we could tell because of the freaking this fight that he had with this guy in the Gibraltar, whatever it's called, you know. What's this guy's name that AJ fought? You know, he got knocked out by that guy, you know, with a freaking left hook. And Tyson Fury decides to let me fight the damaged goods. Come on, man. Tyson Fury's only deciding because he sees weakness, and then he goes on to fight Derek Chisora for a third time, and he can't fight Usyk for first time and give him what he's supposed to be getting. You know, these are the type of people boxing deals with, and it makes boxing so tiring. You know, why does Tyson Fury not put on performances and fight the best of the best? You know, these guys need to start fighting the best of the best instead of just waiting. Deontay Wilder's waiting. Why is he waiting? He should be fighting Andrew Ruiz. He should be making these fights. Why is Tyson Fury waiting? He should be picking. These fights can be made, man. You know, I don't know what they're all waiting for. You know, AJ has literally, you know, fought Usyk. You know, what is he doing next? Now he's on this journey. You know, these other guys are like, I'm gonna wait to do the. No, man, make these fights that could be made. Joyce Wilder, Ruiz Wilder, these good fights, man. They need to be made, man. It's really annoying.
Man, it's crazy, yeah. It's really crazy right here. Anyway, before we get you to talk about the Deontay Wilder reemergence, let's talk to our brother Kenechukwu and ask him his opinion. Kenechukwu, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so like, what do you make of Joshua's statement saying that he will retire if he were to lose to Jeremy Franklin?
You should retire now. All this thing is just saying it's shock value.
What do you mean by shock value? What do you mean by that?
It's shock value. There's no. To me, when a British fighter says they're going to retire, to me, the first thing I think about is you're trying to get away from you being tested for drugs, because the law in Britain is that once you say you're retired, they don't test you again because you're seen as an out of competition athlete. To me, it's just shock value. To me, I don't think we would have heard any. This is the first AJ fight that I've seen them do a press mixer on a Monday. That means tickets are not selling. Matchroom has never done a press mixer on a Monday. Their format is workouts Wednesday, Thursday, press conference, Friday, weigh-ins, Saturday, fight. That's always been the format. This is the first time I've seen them do a press mixer on a Monday. That means tickets are not selling. I think it's all for shock value. When people ask why does AJ feel that the limelight is going down? The limelight is going down because you don't give people access. That's the truth of the matter. The modern boxing game.
What do you mean by that?
Relax. I'm going to explain it. And trust me, I go through the business. The modern boxing game, the most popular fighters, or the fighters that their stock seem to be rising, are people that people have access to them on YouTube. YouTube, where we are now, social media is the biggest platform. The reason why Canelo has grown exponentially in these past 3 years, apart from him having a country behind him, is that he gives people access. Alex Setback has access to him, does multiple interviews with him. He gives people access. He's on the golf course talking, joking. He's on this show, that show, talking, joking. He gives people access. One of the reasons why David Benavidez is about to clock 750 pay-per-views for this fight with Caleb Plant is that David Benavidez has been interviewing with every single person, every single YouTube outlet. He gives them access. the name of the game is that you have to be given access for you to grow your brand, for you to be able to sell out. You have to give access. Tank Davis, same thing. He's giving people access. He's done the pivot. He has his Rise podcast that he does every day. He gives people access. We've been saying it for long. AJ has to be giving people access. Even Caleb Plant was giving people access with his YouTube channel. You have to give people access. You can't just be doing one interview in 1-2 months. Except you have if you had a big brand or country behind you, no problem. But right now, you have to give people access. If you don't give them access, people are going to move along and wait for the next UFC match or next this thing where they'll be given access. Why do you think UFC does that embedded thing? We all saw that embedded thing that they were doing when Leon was fighting Kamaru. Every day they were releasing embedded series. Every day they were. Why? Because they're trying to give their fighters access to the public who pay $75 for per pay-per-view. You have to give people access. That's what I believe. I mean, you have to be out there. Look at what's happening with Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli fought one of the worst fights. The guy is on his third interview. Immediately I finish this, I'm about to watch his interview that he did on Sky Sports TV. He's on his third interview saying he wants anybody in the next 8 weeks, Riapo or this person. He wants them in the next 8 weeks. I swear before this we finish today, I'm sure he would have released another interview on Seconds Out or ID Boxing on one of the platforms, British platforms. He's giving people access. You have to give people access. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, but Lawrence Okoli doesn't have the star power of Joshua.
He will have the star power.
But when? How long? It took Joshua less than 3 years to have that. Okoli has been in the game for how many years now?
Lawrence Okoli can't have star. He doesn't have star power.
Guys, wait. I didn't interrupt anybody. All
right. So continue,
let me speak. I'm saying, guys, AJ is, Joshua is living off that. He's done historic things. Nobody will ever take away the Klitschko, what he did with Klitschko, and the amazing fights that he had with Usyk. But what all of us are worried about and what all of us are talking about right now is that the tickets are not moving as fast as they were moving before. The star seems to be dimming. And yeah, here to the haters and everything. But I'm also saying, and we cannot deny it, that AJ doesn't give people access to interviews. And it's a big part of growing your brand, especially in this age and time. If you do not give people access, people will feel like they have seen it all before. That is why people are getting out more and more. That's why people are having social media managers getting out more and more. And that is the main problem I'm seeing here. He's not giving people access. He needs to give people access. Right now, if you want those tickets to move, I think they'll move on the final day when they have on between now and Friday, they will move. But they should have been gone long time ago. Guys, remember, with all of us have been here now, we've seen the last how many fights? AJ, before the end of this week, before we started beginning of fight week, he's cleared all his tickets. How many years going back has he not cleared all his tickets? He hasn't cleared.
Like, it's funny how, because Joshua used to sell a ticket in minutes, like in seconds, bro. Like,
yes.
Or is it the opponent? Like, if it was a Fury fight, I think he would be sold out already.
See, Povetkin, he sold out. How many this? He already sold out. Takam, he sold out. Well, I'm saying that, see, the name of the game is changing. We're seeing things. I'm just noticing stuff. 2 years ago, me and you will not be talking about Bam Rodriguez, a 115-pounder. Boxing is changing before our eyes in terms of audience, things like that. And the young people, the generation X and Z, guys, a year and a half ago, none of us knew about Jake Paul. Boxing is changing in front of our eyes, and people are shifting their focus down to other things. So we all have to. Boxers also have to brace up. That's what I'm saying. They have to start doing like the UFC people do. They have to give people access. They have to give people interviews. They have to be out there. You know, I understand what he has tried to do with Jerry James and tried to keep things on the low, but I know Derrick James. Derrick James is not an open person. The few platforms that Derrick James does his talking to are those people that he knows personally. So to me, I expected to have seen 4 or 5 interviews by now with AJ, not controlled by the zone, but probably somebody like you, Raymond, interviewing him, sitting down with him on the phone. How does he feel? Do a good 25 minutes. Do another one with seconds out. Do another, just him being normal, But I've not heard anything. The only thing I've heard is from the Monday Mixer program. Nothing to say, even nothing on TalkSport, even. So I'm like, where's the hype?
But you can understand with the TalkSport case, though, right? Because TalkSport, he has a lot of critics there. Like, you can understand that.
It doesn't matter. Negative publicity sells. It doesn't matter. Let them say anything.
In the UK, I don't know about that though.
Guy, even if if Conor Ben comes out today and says he's going to fight in the UK without a boxing license, he will sell out the stadium. People come and buy it. People come and buy Conor Ben tickets. They say, how is he going to fight? How is he going to fight without a boxing license? They will come and buy his ticket because he has that publicity. That's why they are taking it to Abu Dhabi, and they know they are going to sell out that stadium. Versus Conor Ben versus Eubank. You need publicity. You need access. So that's what I'm saying. He needs to, if he wants to retire, all well and good. To me, it's just shock value. But maybe he's made his money. There are lots of boxers that Andre Ward retired now. Once Andre Ward got back the 3 belts from Kovalev, he retired. So probably he might want to retire. Might say his limelight is not for him. I don't think so, but probably he might want to do it. I've seen it now in boxing. I've seen it. I've seen boxers turn 29, 30, 31. They are tired of the limelight. They have other businesses. AJ has significant businesses with 258 and other things. She's involved in the community. He can be an ambassador for Watford Football Club. He can go and do something else. He can do fintech business. He can do his own modeling, this thing. And he might want to do other things. He might not love it again. There's an interesting stat. I've forgotten who this is. They were asking boxers randomly, do you watch boxing? And I think the stat was almost like 60% of them don't actually watch boxing. They just view it as a job. So they don't really love this sport. Like me and you, we all love this sport. So wasn't me that put that picture of me watching 3 different boxing matches at the same time that I posted on our group. I love this sport.
I've not been on the group for a long time now. But I will get back. Checking out again.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Most of them don't love the sport, but man, I want the best for him. I actually want the best for him. So if it doesn't, it's not making him happy again. I understand, but I think he just did it for shock.
I think Joshua lost something in him when he started fighting 1 time a year or twice a year.
Yeah, very, very, very true.
He used to be very active. I think if you're not active like that, I don't know, man. There's just something about it. There's something about inactivity. I think he played a part. And also because like when he used to fight, he used to be ripped all through. Of course, he's still ripped, but somehow you begin to see a body change. So if he fight now, the next 6 months he fights again, you see he would change. So he usually just prepare himself for fight night, which is not a boxer should be active all year through, at least 3 times a year. I think
I agree with you.
Would make it better. But just fighting once in Blue Moon, bro. Come on, like how do you expect to get anywhere?
No,
like
but
that?
that's an Eddie Hearn play now. It's not an Anthony Joshua play. That's an Eddie Hearn play. Eddie Hearn is trying to maximize this thing, so it's an Eddie Hearn play. It's not a this thing. And remember, one thing that people don't even consider, and which somebody even mentioned to me over the weekend, AJ's number started going down and people started caring less about him. Rather, Eddie started caring less about him when Eddie started having a closer relationship with Canelo.
Let me say something, man.
All right, cool.
It's not about having interviews. Listen, it's the UK fans. It's AJ's fans that have turned their back on him. It's none of that. It's none of the interview stuff. Because if you can see the way his losses happened and the way Tyson Fury knocked out Deontay Wilder and the fight between AJ and Tyson Fury not happening, and then Tyson Fury trying to spin it on AJ, saying it was AJ, giving AJ a freaking day, and people tell him, he should have accepted it. It's all of those things. But I'm telling you, now that if AJ beats Jermaine Franklin in a not even, it has to be a devastating way. If AJ just looks like, man, AJ's fucking good, man, the way he did, just what he did to Jermaine Franklin. He just has to show that he has grown. But if AJ can show that, I guarantee you it's going to be another talk again. I guarantee you people are starting to see Tyson Fury for who he is. With the whole situation of giving Usyk 70-30 undisputed champion, that's unheard of. You didn't think Usyk was going to accept that. And then Tyson Fury quickly coming out to social media as trying to spin it all over again, saying, you accepted the deal. These lies that people are finally starting to pick up on, saying, yeah, it's Tyson Fury. It's catching up. They're going to see that it's not AJ. It's none of AJ's fault. It's all Tyson Fury's fault. He's done it with Deontay Wilder multiple times. Just before the second fight, he's done it multiple times, pulling out of fights. But they're gonna start to see and watch the fans for AJ start coming back little by little. It's not about giving interviews. Because there's so much you can. There's many. The guy, don't forget, he used to do.
I disagree, bro. So who stays away and makes numbers? So if it's not about giving interviews and access, who stays away in the UK market and does serious numbers? Let me hear you.
What do you mean who stays away in the UK market?
Who stays away from the limelight? Who doesn't do interviews?
Oh, you mean Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury has multiple interviews on IFL with Kugan.
But he doesn't sell. Tyson Fury doesn't sell. He needs somebody.
60,000 for Chisora now.
Bro, what? How many thousand? Tyson Fury needs someone to sell with him.
He sold 60,000 for Chisora. Everybody knew he was going to be Chisora, but he sold.
But he still never made. He still never sold. He still didn't make as much as AJ.
Sorry.
He still didn't sell out as much as AJ, man.
Yes, historically, he has never sold out as much as AJ has. But Raymond asked was that right now, what is happening right now? We're dealing with it right now. We're not dealing with what happened in the past. That's why I said historically, AJ has always had good nights in the past. I even mentioned Povetkin. I said that look at what happened in Povetkin. He had already sold out. Look at what happened in Takam. He had already sold out. But we're talking about right now. We're trying to concentrate on what is happening right now. I'm just trying to look at the trends of what is happening right now. I'm trying to say that, listen, you need to keep up with the trends. We need to be honest. Some of our favorite boxers, some of the people that we liked for entertainment, especially in that heavyweight division, are fading. Dylan White is fading. People are fading, and you need to know what to do to catch up with the trends, so you don't fade out into the limelight. So that's the thing. It's access, All
right. Okay.
No problem.
You guys should finalize this one quick so that we can get to the Deontay Wilder one before we.
No, I'm done. I'm just listening to Ti.
So let's get to the next topic right here. Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, is back in training. Bro, Wilder's back. Looking at the sound of this punch. Damn, the guy is a machine. anyways, what do you guys make of Deontay Wilder back in training, and who do you guys see him fighting next? Tajagbe.
Oh, yeah.
I'm you know what, he's back in training. Good for him. You know, what I don't like about some of these fighters is why wait, you know, for somebody to not make a move and you call them out. Why wait for Usyk? You know, why wait for those type of fights instead of you making fights for people, you know, for the boxing fans. We've already spoke about Ruiz. You know, that fight should have been signed already and the ink dried already. You know, we haven't heard anything. We literally haven't heard anything. It was, I'm not fighting. I think it was, I'm not fighting Andrew Ruiz or something like that, to where I think something happened and now they're fighting, or there's like a mandatory, some shit is going on. But it's been dead in the water. Why can't we make fights like that? You know, why do you have to wait for another champion? You don't have to wait for another champion. We literally have 5 other fighters under who are trying to make it. 5 good fighters who are trying to make it. Those fights could be made, but for some reason it's let me fight Usyk because he holds the undisputed belt. What happens if Usyk didn't have the undisputed belt? Would you want to fight him then? I don't think so. You know, it's these guys that just want a shot straight to the title. You know, and they want to charge $80, $90, $100 for pay-per-view. For what? Why aren't you making fights to build yourself up, to build fucking momentum up for fights? You know, I'm not saying to fight every fucking day, but they need to start building themselves up to where they can make these fantasy fights so people could want to watch it. You know, not automatically. I want to fight Usyk because his fight with Tyson Fury didn't pan out. You know, I'm really tired of that. You know, I want to see Deontay Wilder versus Andrew Ruiz, Deontay Wilder versus Joe Joyce. Let's see those fights be made. I don't want to see fights that were already seen in training camp. Let's see the other side of the pond. Let's see these guys fight each other. You know, but that's where I'm gonna keep that talk.
Thanks, brother. Let's go down here. Kenechukwu, give it last thing.
Yeah, I think his fight is already. I think these fights is already sewn up for June or July. June or July. I know it's this summer, sure. I think the thing about it and why it took so long was that, and I understand Ty's frustration, was that this is just speculation. I'll say speculation and a bit of truth. And that's why Andy Ruiz has left TGB as a promoter, but he's still with the PBC. Him and Deontay wanted a particular figure, and they felt that their fight together was worth a particular figure. But TGB were lowballing them. So that was what caused the delay. And it's what these boxers have been experiencing, where a promoter, a network will say, oh yeah, then for this Deontay Wilder, this thing fight, they're going to pay $40 million. And then the promoter will come back and say, oh, they said what they're going to pay for your fight is $30 million. You know, so that kind of duplicity, that's what happened initially, I think a month ago. That's why Andrew Ruiz left TGB and said he's only going to retain him on as an advisor and be a PBC fighter. And that's what subsequently led to D going to Saudi Arabia to pitch himself as a fighter. And what he was saying was that they were even saying, why haven't you come since? That they've been looking for him and everything, and they want to do so much business with him. And there's a big market there for him and AJ. so to actually do good numbers, and their money will come down, money will come straight, not waiting for a month or 2 months or this thing, So I think they actually have a play in this thing. I just don't want to jinx it, but I think it's between Ruiz and Usyk. I think there's a play there with real money. So I think there's something coming in the pipeline. This next 2-3 weeks, I expect major announcements in terms of that Deontay or Spence. I expect major announcements. I think they've already sewn up the fight. He didn't get back into camp last year till he has sewn up that fight with Hellenius. So I think he has already sewn up the fight. It's already been signed. That's why he's back in training and he's releasing footage. So I just think that we should just be patient for 2-3 weeks, and we'll see who is going to fight. But definitely, it looks like for this year entirely, I think Deontay is fighting in Saudi Arabia for his next 2 fights this year. That's what I think.
Well, that would be interesting, and we'll see what happens as it stands right now. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, guys, you heard it from our brother Akilichuku and Tajagbe. We will do the fight prediction and the fight breakdown. I will let you guys know very soon. God bless you all for always supporting the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you for your patience. BBC is back, and we're back to review some more boxing news. Any last words, bro? For the fans?
Yeah, no worries. I'm happy that BBC is back. I mean, I like talking with my brothers. I mean, we don't all get along as in with our views, but we always keep it respectful, and I'm happy we're all back.
Well, it would have been nice to have Adewale here, but I think we'll get him on some other time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So you guys will be watching the match, right? I would not be. I think I will be at work then. Yeah. So basically, when I get home, I will definitely get you. Get you guys' opinion.
Man. That new subscription price is something else, man. But I don't pay for them already.
Really? I haven't checked it out. Dude. I haven't checked my house. I need to check it out.
$4,000 a month now. I think in the US, Ty, what are you guys paying now for your
4K a month? 4K a month. That will not be anything now.
Wait, for what?
No, imagine boys were paying $350 from $350 to 4K, $350 to 4K. Yeah, so imagine that. So I don't know. No, Ty, I was saying, why are you paying for your zone now?
Bro, I canceled the zone, man. But I'm good. I don't forget, AJ was no longer on the zone, and now for some reason he's back on the zone.
Oh yeah, true, sure.
But he's never been on. He's never been on the zone, right?
Yeah, he hasn't been on the zone, so I canceled it. Because that's how I'm a big AJ fan. He's one of the reasons why I bought the zone. But he's back on it. I'm gonna buy it again, but I don't think I'm gonna be paying $300 for something I don't use like that. I only watch it because of AJ. I might even just go ahead and watch it on Skype, or Matchroom, wherever he is, whatever platform he's on. But the zone, I'm not paying $300 or I already did the $100 because AJ was there for a while. I had access to it, and whatever content. No. I won't.
All right, man. Big ups to you guys, and
all right.
Catch up with you guys very soon, okay?
All right, brother.
God bless you. Bye.
Back up every time. Yeah, fall in love.